So a lot of people have reached out to me and asked, how do I get faster at guitar? And I'll be honest, I'm not a super fast guitar player, but there are some little things that I do to sound faster than I actually am. So I'm going to show a few of those to you today. So I hope this helps. Let's dive in. All right, so I'm going to do all of these in the key of A just because. So we're going to be in the key of A, and I'm going to do all of them around this minor pentatonic scale up here where you can play your bar chord or your F shape A. So this one right here. So you should know that one by now, but I'm going to work everything around there. But it works in any pentatonic scale or any major scale. All of these little things work. When y'all send me videos or send me links to watch y'all play, a lot of times what I see y'all doing is just picking, individual notes. But one of the ways we sound faster is to do hammer-ons and pull-offs. For example, like Stevie Ray would, do things like that, and it's just, this is just a hammer-on and a pull-off kind of at the same time. And I do things like that as well, most guitarists do. So if I'm up here in my minor pentatonic box in A, one thing I might do is to hammer on from the 5th fret to the 8th fret and then pull back off. This is on the B string, so 5, 8, 5. And this will make you sound, faster than you actually are because all you're doing is just moving that, one finger. And then one thing that I do quite often that kind of is a little expansion of this is I'll go, 5, 8, 5 on the B string and then hit my 7th fret on the G string. So that, real slow would sound like this. And you just kind of work slowly at getting that faster and faster. But that can make you sound faster even though you're really not doing a lot. And these sort of things can be done on all sorts of strings, like 8, 5 on the E string, and then maybe hit this 5th fret on the B string, or work that backwards, 5, 8 on the B string and 5th fret on the E string. So there's lots of little combinations of notes like this that you can use just with hammer-ons and pull-offs. And they make you sound faster even though we're really not doing that much. Now, another thing that I do quite often is, along with this hammer-on and pull-off type thing, is I'll actually do hammer-ons walking up the scale. But instead of just going, say, starting on this A string, instead of just going 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7 and kind of walking it up, I'll do it chromatically. So I'll go 5, 6, 7. So I'm hitting the string once and then hammering on the fret 6 and 7. And then I'll do the same thing on the D string. 5, 6, 7. Same thing on the G string. 5, 6, 7. When I get to the B string, I'll go 5, 7, 8. So real slow, that sounds like this. And then I'll end on my A note, which is this 5th fret on the E string. So if I've got a little groove, and that just takes a little bit of practice, but I'm just doing hammer-ons, so my right hand isn't really doing that much. I'm just kind of hammering on and walking chromatically up my scale. And of course you can do this backwards as well. And I don't practice it as much going backwards, but you get the idea. Practice these going forwards and backwards, and again, make you sound better than you actually are. A great way to sound fast even if you're not. Now, another thing, I've mentioned this several times, but it's worth repeating. Something I do quite often, you'll hear it a lot from the chicken picking guys and country, but I tend to throw it in rock and blues as well, is I pull off 2 open strings. So again, we're on this hammer-on pull-off idea of sounding faster. So one thing I'll do is I'll just walk down this scale but on every string I pull it off to open. So I'm only hitting the string once, so I'm going 8, 5, 0 on the E string, but only plucking it one time. Same thing on the B string, 8, 5, 0. And then on the G string, we're going to go 7, 5, 0, 7, 5, 0 on the D, 7, 5, 0 on the A, and then a lot of times, like if I'm in the key of A, I'll go 5, 3, open, and then kind of slide up to this A note. Just a way I've found to end it that's easy for me. So real slow, this would sound like this. And these are just pulling off to open strings. Now, one neat thing about this little lick or this little run is that you can kind of go back and catch these strings again and make it as long as you want. So what I might do is on the E string, B string, G string, D string, and then I might go back up to that G string, keep walking down, and then go back to the D string. And I can kind of stretch this out and fill up as much time or as little time as I need to. So again, let's say I got a groove going. So it's just a neat little way to sound faster, even though, especially with the right hand, you're not doing that much. You know, it's just a matter of getting used to doing those pull-offs, you know, with your left hand. And of course, you don't have to run, you know, this down, you know, the whole way. You can throw these open strings and these pull-off licks, you know, anytime you're playing. So again, let's, you know, say I got a groove and I'm... You know, so I'm just throwing, you know, those open strings in there a couple of times to sound faster, and then going back, you know, to kind of play in individual notes. And please don't ask me to tab that because I have no idea what I just played. But I just want you to get the idea that pulling off to these open strings, and you can do this in any key, any of the pentatonic boxes, it really will work. And if you do it fast like that, you know, then it'll sound okay, even if those notes kind of clash a little bit. Sometimes that's a really interesting sound, but just make sure, you know, you end on a note that's, you know, that's in the scale or in the pattern. That way, you know, you're not ending on some really strange note. Now, one of the main ways that a lot of guitarists sound faster than we actually are is we use triplets. And I'm not going to lie to you, triplets are going to take a little bit of time and energy and effort on your part to get right and to get fast. And when I say it's going to take a little bit of time, I'm talking several weeks or maybe even several months. But once you get it, you'll be glad you put in the time and the practice. So again, let's say we're in A. We're going to come up here around our minor pentatonic scale. And we're just going to play this minor pentatonic scale, but we're going to kind of go back and catch some notes. And we're going to do this in 3-note sections, hence the name triplets. So starting up here on the 8th fret of the E string, we're going to go 8, 5, and then 8 on the B string. So that's our first 3 notes. After that, we're going to go back and catch the last note that we hit, which was the 5th fret on the E string, and go 5 on the E string, 8, 5 on the B string. So all together so far, we've got 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5. We're going to go 8, 5, 7, and then 5, 7, 5. So if you haven't realized by now, we're doing a pattern. So continuing this down, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5. So again, we're just following this minor pentatonic scale down, but we're doing 3 notes, and then we're going back and catching the last note that we hit. Now, it does take a little bit of time to get this fast and get the pattern sort of where it becomes muscle memory. But as you build your speed up, now once you get it that fast, then I want you to start practicing pulling off. So anytime that you can, anytime that you're going from a note that's on your ring finger to your pointer finger, I want you to pull that off. So only hit it one time, pull off, and then hit the next note. So real slow all the way down, that's going to sound like this. Now, this is going to take some time and practice to get this up to speed. And to be honest with you, it's really hard nowadays for me to play this slowly. But eventually you will be able to start building this up to speed where it sounds really fast. Now remember, anything you can do in one direction, you can do in the other direction as well. So practice this not only going this way, but going this way as well. And triplets are one of those great things to use, even if you want to run the whole thing, that's fine. Or a lot of times, we'll be playing and we'll just kind of throw it in there to sound fast for just a little bit, and then again go back to kind of playing normal notes. But those are a bunch of different ways that you can sound faster than you actually are. A couple of those you're going to have to spend, quite a bit of time practicing, but they're good little exercises. They're going to work your fingers out, going to give you some different things to work out, and like I said, it's going to make you sound faster. So I really do hope this helps. And as always, if you need something, reach out to me. I'll be glad to help you.